first thing, where I put my glove? Where did I put my glove? I think I did. Yeah. Nope. Oops. How about a little bit more volume? I think it might be better now. Hey, all in. Yeah, I decided to just a little bit better. Where the hell I dropped my glove? I did take some coffee and I was gonna try, but now I'm a little bit confused. The coffee is here, but the glove is not. Oh, it's here. And I first, hello Gumbra, how to spell that? First thing I'm a little bit like want to talk about the break shots and how I aim them nowadays. And there is this half ball concept, how to aim half ball hit, and it means the cue goes through the edge of the ball, like center ball hit, and it's good practice to shoot it. This is like perfect half ball hit if the object ball is right middle of the table and you shoot it from this spot and line it half ball. I just shoot it center ball slow, half ball hit, and I should make the ball. And if I shoot it like half ball hit and slow, really slow, perfectly, the cue ball should stop slightly before the end rail. So let's try to do that. I almost missed that. If I shoot this half ball really good, that went a little bit too full, but both went in. So this is good place to practice the half ball hit and what is thinner and what is thicker. And I'm just gonna, okay, now when I hit it too thin, the cue ball went straight to the rail. Like it has more speed left. And this doesn't have too much margin of freedom. This shot, I can shoot it a little bit like faster now, just to show it off. And let's shoot it right corner. But I want to, like, when I practice that first, I want to test these spots are on the right place. Then I like test, the cue ball tells me when it's half ball hit. And so it's quite easy to hit these balls like if you aim just half ball hit. So basically it's this pocket to pocket line. if the ball happens to be here, and I'm on the same line on that ball, like 2 feet away from the ball, and the ball is on the same line to the pocket, like the 5 ball is now on the line to the pocket, this should be exactly the same shot. So this is like half ball hit to make. And if you want to be really good on break shots, I think you have to know exactly which is half ball and when it's a little bit thinner or thicker or something like that. So this is how you can practice. And like, let's put the cue on the same line. So basically the half ball hit now should make the ball. Let's see if I can do. And you should be able to make like 10 in a row. And if you put this ball on this line and always the cue ball on the same, and you got that half ball hit. And if the cue ball, you can of course, like if the cue ball coming a little bit this, you know right away it's gotta be a little bit thinner than half ball. And of course, if the cue ball is in the same line, but the 13 is a little bit this side of that line, you know again it's a little bit thinner than half ball to make the shot. Oh, much. Okay, don't get too comfortable. So here is the half ball line, like if they're in the same position, and now it's like the half ball is like 30 degrees cut, and now it's like 35 degrees. But the cue ball is a little bit different line, so it's just barely thinner than half ball. That's a little bit how I aim all the break shots. I try to learn when it's where is half ball. Like now, when this ball is like lined to somewhere here, then the half ball hit is, the cue ball is closer to the rail, and I should again have about the half ball hit. And it's easy to aim for everybody if you have stroke. Yeah, the coffee is white hot. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock, like 3:27 here now, morning. Okay, let's start to now. Let's start to now run the racks. I was like thinking about how I aim break shots and basically every shot nowadays. But especially it's really good to know everything where is half ball. Okay, I shoot this. If you put the ball in the center spot, here is about half ball to make this ball on the side, and just stun the ball and get really good spread. Again, if it's center spot, I know the half ball hit here, and if the cue ball is here, I get a little bit thinner than half ball, something like that. Okay, let's take a little bit coffee and analyze the table. I got still problem here. The one ball is really good break shot, but I probably have to move this ball so the one could take off. If I don't get here and make the 15 and spread those balls. That would be a nice idea, by the way. You get here to the 15, spread these balls and leave the 3 there. But I want to also, like I'm on the 12 now and it's blocking the 9, so I want to get the 12 out of the way. That's my first thing. Let's go there. So I just make the 12 and try to get this 14, 8 and using those to get nicely on the 15 and push these balls away. So I can preserve the one ball as breakup. Okay, I was able to go even too far. That's not too good. Okay, now I need to little bit. I try to get to the 15, but if I can't hold it, I shoot the 14. That was good. Now I should always, I'm gonna hit the 5 and then 4 and go through. I should have at least a 3 ball or something else. So this is starting nicely. And now I preserve the one ball, so I didn't have to move that ball at all. Now I really can plan the rack. Like I have guidelines. I just watch what ball gives me best chance to get on this, like this line. I would like to have the cue ball on the center spot. Then it's like almost half ball, a little bit thinner. Maybe this side is just half ball. So I think the 7 ball is actually quite good key shot. If I just get the cue ball somewhere here and play one rail towards the 1, that's alright. The other one is like 4 ball, maybe from here, and just slow rolling it, or 6 ball slow rolling it. The 6 ball is quite nice because the 9 is quite easy to get to the. So I would like to have these 3 balls before the 1 ball. I think so. So I just clear the table and try to shoot the 7, then go 9, 4, 6, depends how I am on those. So now just clear all the rest, those low balls. And try to move the cue ball as little as possible now. Okay. Okay, yeah, the half ball is like, I think that is actually the secret of the billiard games, the concept, because it's also helping with the speed control. If you hit rolling ball, if the cue ball is rolling and you hit just a hair thinner than half ball, the cue ball and the object ball will go the same distance. And that's like, if you start to think like that, then you get a lot more accurate speed control. Like that helped me a lot, especially on safety shots. If you hit fuller than half ball, then the cue ball doesn't have so much energy and the object ball, so the cue ball moves less than the object ball. And if you hit thinner than half ball, then the cue ball travels a lot farther than it goes farther than the object ball. So it's helping about the thinking what's the speed of the shot. What is the speed of the shot? So now I know this 14 is thinner than half ball, quite a lot. It's like the half ball is 30-degree angle, so if it's something here, so I think this is something like 50-degree angle, and the 45-degree is like 1/4 thinner than half ball, like. So you hit the 45-degree angle is 1/4 of the ball hit to the ball. So you aim a little bit like in the air. So I just really slow roll this, and it should and put a little bit outside in, it should give me nice position to the 7. But I have to really roll it because I'm thinner than half ball. So the cue ball will go far. Alright, now I could just shoot the 7, stop here, shoot the 9, roll, let it roll a little bit, shoot the 4, then shoot 6 in the side. I'm just thinking like, I have to shoot like medium distance 9 ball to make it like that, but I like it. Now just slow roll this and get position to the 4. Because now I'm hitting fuller than half ball. This is like 20 degrees, 15 degrees. So the cue ball will probably, like if I slow roll this, cue ball should go somewhere here. If I just slow roll, it depends how thick this hit is. So just send the ball, maybe just tad of drag shot, but slow rolling. Oh, I hit it bad, but I can shoot it in the corner. I aim it too full, then the cue ball move it more forward than sideways. Okay, I can shoot it in the corner, and I think draw here, and I should be able to make the 6 on the side and get the cue ball middle of the table. But now this shot is missable because I played bad. Oh, I ended up straight in. I have to shoot really hard, really good. Oh, maybe I can go forward a little bit. If I go forward here and get somewhere here, I get more difficult one ball, but I play it bad, so I have to make it up. Yeah, but like the speed connection is there to teach you what is like the half ball hit. So you can learn any cut. Is it half ball or fuller? Like if you put the ball like here, you got cut and you just roll this. If you can't roll this ball in, if the cue ball is gonna hit now, the 7 ball is gonna hit here. And if you slow rolling it, then you know it's thinner than half ball. Like here, if I shoot this in, it's no way this is gonna hit the rail every time this reaches pockets because it was thinner than half ball. So it's kind of the speed stuff is there to. So you can learn any shot. Like the cue ball tells you which kind of cut you have. If you slow roll the ball, if it's having normal roll, then the cue ball slightly thinner hit than half ball, you get like same speed. It's like 33 degrees if I remember right, and the half ball is like the 28 if you take like the friction, if you don't have any side spin. So the 30 degrees is like without the friction, And this is like a little bit thicker than half ball. And when the ball is close to the rack, if it's on this center line, then actually it's like the tangent line is straight to the rack like 90 degrees. If it's closer to that, it's a little bit going forwards, the tangent line, and if it's here, then it's going like backwards, like this edge of the rack. So it's really good measure. So I know the tangent line is a little bit forward there, and it's gonna hit the downside to the 7. And I'm gonna draw it. It's hitting the downside, it pushes to the 5, and I don't want to shoot this too hard, and the 5, and it should come here towards this diamond if I make the one ball. That's it. It's so thick cut, it could go a little bit different. If it's thinner, I think that's always happened, but now I'm not sure. Yeah, it still was quite close to that. Like it hit the 7, then 5, and then coming back. You could scratch here if you have more speed on the cue ball, but the cut was so thick, the cue ball didn't have too much energy left. So I was safe to not scratch from there. Alright. Oh, let's mark this run. So 14 plus. Okay, I have easy roll to the 7, and if I roll I can get here. Get a little bit thicker than the 3, but do I want to? I think I shoot this 3 and go between the 8 and 14 and hit the 15. I should always have good shot. I just try to match the 15. I want to get inside these balls, so it's giving me easier. And if I could, I would like to spread with the 8 the rest of the rack and leave the 10 ball or 9 ball as instruments ball. I could do. Can I get straight into the 3? I don't think so. If I could get straight into the 3, I would go here, stop, shoot the 8, and spread these balls. But I can't do that. So, where's my extension? Okay, at least I got the 8. I got 9 also. It's not too bad. I have to little bit shoot over the ball, but I think I can do that. 8 is quite easy, but I could notch the 14. I think I should be always, even if I touch the 14, I should have the 10. Anyway, so I just roll this in. And now I can shoot this 10 ball, draw here, and I have the 9 ball, and spread these balls and make it, have good chances to making new better break shot from there. Okay, this is quite low. Here is the rack, but it's okay to have low if the ball is like this side of the center line. but I think it's just on the center line, so the tangent line is going straight to the last ball, so that's not good. This is too low. This is alright kinda, but it's really close to the rack, so it's again hitting the last ball. I could shoot the 14 and bump it to the... I could make it and bump straight in here, just roll, and it should bump the 11 and the 5 ball would guide it here. I really like that idea also. The 14 is missable, but I think I should be favorite to make it big favorite. Okay, I got the 11 now, really good break shot. It's close to the rack, so it's like draw break shot for me. I nowadays, if it's close to the rack, I always try to get here and draw and get that same stuff. It seems to work really good. I have a little bit like off angle for every ball. And the 2 ball is perfect break, key ball to the 11. And the 4 ball is really good key to the key. So, or almost any ball. But I have a little bit funny handle to every ball. This I can get funny. And this is so thin, I a little bit lose the cue ball. And 15 is not open. And if I get here, I'm gonna shoot the 4. Yeah, no, don't shoot over ball that's gonna over. Okay, I just shoot the 13 and try to get 1 red between these balls. And I should have 6, 12, 4, 2. No side spin on this. But this is thinner than half ball, so I have to be precise and careful with the speed. So 6 is now what I gotta shoot. I wanted to get here and shoot the 12 out the way, but I was shooting a little bit too. But now I have at least the 6 and I can just roll it to the 9. Okay, now the 4 is clear, but I can use anything to get to the 2. I just want to get straight in the 2 before the 11. And I could also use the 5 ball as key ball. Just try not to miss or to make anything stupid now. Yeah, this is, I think I'm gonna shoot anyway the 2 ball because it's giving me safe route back to the middle of the table. I can choose whatever I want to shoot, and it's the easiest ball to make also. I want to shoot the 7, but I went a little bit too far. Yeah, I actually played straight pool today, and I played 5 runs and my average was over 50 on those 5 runs. So I was like confident to make this one work now. I was shooting bull early evening. But this was bad shot. I had to shoot difficult shots. You don't want to shoot those so difficult shots on the straight. And difficult position also. Okay, now I'm thinking about the 5 ball is good key shot, and if I can just get straight into the 15, I can stop and get, or almost stop. So if I could, yeah, I still think I have to shoot the 15 after this one. I could also shoot the 15. Okay, I'm making a little bit. I just want to shoot this 4 in there and roll here and get straight into the 50. But this is missable, so I don't really like this, but I think it's giving me best end pattern. Okay, now just roll this in. Again, missable shot. Okay. I'm here, when you're shooting over the ball, I'm using the ball, the interfering ball as aiming aid. So I watch here how the cue, if I'm like shooting like here, like the 5 ball is not there. I'm aiming the 550 middle of the pocket, and I see my cue is going straight through the edge of this 5 ball. So I make splits and look, so the cue should go straight over the edge of the 5 ball, and then I try to like this. So I'm using this interfering ball like aiming aid. You have to be able to shoot like over the balls really good on the straight ball, because that's gonna happen. You get stuck on the rack or something. Oh, by the way, is this only the second track? I think so. Yeah, I'm playing so slow now. Okay, now I just try to get here. Just tune this slow speed and stun shot. So I'm using a little bit draw to make that happen. I'm really good on the level. It's slightly thinner than half ball, and the cue ball has tendency to go forward because it's close to the rack. So I'm using draw here. Probably I'm gonna use like medium slow speed and max draw. Or I'm gonna shoot that really hard and make the Thorsten Hoffman type draw. It depends how it seems to hit the balls. Now it's really close to the rack and it's thin hit, so the cue ball doesn't really, it depends where if I hit in the middle of the pocket or this side, how it's hitting the rack. So yeah, I'm gonna hit the 5 like full in face, so I don't really even need draw too much. I just shoot a little bit draw. It should really, yeah, I think, yeah, If I use too much draw, I can get the cue ball back here or back there. So now I don't want to shoot too hard. I just want to get like stop shot almost, just a little bit draw. Okay, let's. $28. Yeah, I was running the racks. The 44 was the first rack today what I was running, and I didn't make over 70 ball run, but I was like 44, 50, 60, 70. I was like every inning I made like at least 44. Let's try to do better now. I would like to have 100 run. Like I've been lately a little bit doing more straight pull because I started to suck at it. Okay, it's thinner than half ball, but how much? I think half centimeter. And draw shot, not too much speed, not too much draw, just a slight draw. Okay. Trying to line up my shot. Too hard. Way too hard, way too much draw also. I got a 13, but this was bad shot. I didn't want to shoot so hard, but I don't know why I shoot so hard. I knew the risk if I shoot too hard. Why do you do that? Because I knew I'm gonna hit the ball full in face. It's always going back if you shoot draw, and there was a lot of cut, so the cue ball has a lot of speed left when it hit the rack, so you don't have to shoot that hard. Okay, let's see chat. Okay, 13. I got 9 ball also, but the 9 ball is tough. The 13 is close to the pocket. I have more margin of error, but I don't really like this cut because it's thinner than half ball. The cue ball has a lot of speed after that, so I'm a little bit relying the luck. I try to hit these balls from here to kill the cue ball speed. I want to shoot this slow. I know this table goes straight because I did that, but it's not the correct way to play balls. Like if you are not playing like straight table, you're gonna miss this shot often if you slow roll this. Yeah, that's what I say like I could get bad luck and kiss thinly and get back here or something. I was a little bit taking my chances there, but I was feeling like I got really cool chances anyway. So this combination is almost straight in, and I could stop here, get to the 6, get to the 8, but still I had to shoot it with bridge, so I'm not sure. It's easy combination, but if I roll this one really slow, I could get here and shoot the 12 and get in the rack. That's one chance. I could also make the 9 and get here to shoot the position, shoot the combination after, without the bridge. Okay, those are not open. I kinda like this bridge shot anyway, because these are a little bit problem, and it's perfectly laying now. I just stopped this one. The cue ball barely moves to the right. Okay, the 8 ball is possible to break, but I don't like that. It's close to the cushion. So I'm watching this 10 ball. It's almost on this trend. It's here, so I think this is a little bit thinner than half ball. And just slow roll this. I went a little bit too far. I showed that too thin. But it's alright. And now I could go sideways here and try to get to the 8 and spread the rest of the rack. I could also take here and shoot the 6 and go in the rack. So I maybe should go watch here which one I'm gonna want to use. The 6 ball is gonna hit the 7-3. I could get back stuck in the rack. So I would prefer to shoot the 8 from here. Now that's really nice. I could also make the 12, make the 6 and get here to the 7. But I kind of like to, I try to go to the 8. Now it was so full, I knew I had to use more speed to get sideways, and I get perfectly. So in the all shots the half ball concept is there. If you are a lot thicker than half ball, you have to use normally a lot more speed than you think, and if you are thinner than half ball, you have to use more speed, less speed than you think. Many times it's the case. So now this will be slightly thinner than half ball, thicker than half ball. Oh, I think I hit that way. The cue ball come back here. That was a misjudgment for me, and it could be end of the run. Oh, that was terrible mistake. What do I have? Okay, I have 7 ball bank and thin 6 ball. I could cut on the 2 in the side on the 4. That's difficult. I could shoot the 14 on the right corner. That's difficult. I think the easiest one is making the 1 in the side, but that's difficult too. I think it's quite close to the half ball, just slightly thinner. So where the cue's gonna go? I think there. Make the bridge. Okay. Back on track. I don't have good break shot. The 6 ball is possible break shot. It's actually quite good after all. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the 6 if I don't move anything. But I don't want to anymore try to produce. I try to keep it simple. I have break shot, so now I try to play for it. But these balls are a little bit broken too. I could shoot the 6 and go here, and I think that's the best way to. I want to preserve the 6, but it's making the clearing the table so much difficult because the 14 is straight in. I don't have good position to get to the 7 right away. So I'm using the 6 ball and go 2 rails towards the 7 and try to spread these balls. Or maybe 1 rail towards the position for the 7. Oh. really badly. I want to get here, that was like really bad shot. I'm okay with the 7, but that was close to really bad shot. Again, especially the close one cuts are really good to like judge the half ball. Yeah, this is slightly thinner than half ball, and I'm gonna really slow roll this and withdraw. I'm gonna bump the 5 ball and it should push the 2 ball around here. Slightly thinner than half ball, really slow. The 2 ball went quite far, but it's alright. The 2 ball is a nice break shot anyway. So I would like to have the 9 ball, shoot that on the side or something shooting in the side and get the cue ball close to that rail. And getting like half ball hit to the 2 ball and with follow. But yes, the 3 has cut so much, so I'm gonna use the 9 ball first. Then 4, 5, 3, roll the 14 there. Yeah. Or shoot the 3 now, I can play it many ways. Okay, now get to the 4. Ooh! Okay, this is how you mess it up. Of course, it's a little bit hard to like talk and play at the same time, but I'm kind of used to it, so I should not do this kind of errors. I try to get here. So that was like a bad speed error there. Okay, but I think the 5 ball is maybe still open. So let's try to do that. 5 ball and try to get here and back on the track. Oh, do I want to make that? If I can get here and stop, I got slight angle, I can stun it here. Bad play. Yeah. Shooting that in the corner. Now I have slab angle, I get here and I should have good angle to shoot the 14, get there. Now I'm thinking like how much this cut. This is quite close to the half ball hit, so I think I have to stun it quite slow speed. So the 14 should go slowly into the pocket, but I should still have like center ball to go that way. Like this. Okay, nicely. I think I have slightly fuller than half ball now. It's always like half ball. So that's how I play nowadays. And if you think like the most of the pull shots are like really close to the half ball, but if you are playing it correctly, they probably are like 15 to 45 degree angle like every shot. So you want half ball, a little bit thinner, a little bit thicker, but it's quite precise to know. goes. Okay, it's going nicely. I think it's 42 so far. Stays alive, yeah. So 42. Yeah, that side pocket over the ball. There was that aiming hack what I used. Was really good. Okay, yeah, it's definitely thicker than half ball. So now it's thicker than half ball. The tangent line is it's around there, but the cue ball dives forward. Like I would like to hit this ball full in face. And if I hit really hard, I think that's gonna happen. So I'm hitting like almost full, follow and hard. Breakup. The margin of freedom is more when you on the cut when you're hitting fuller hits. So that's why they are easier. Okay. I hit it too. I want to hit this ball full in face, then the spread will spread. But I misjudged that. I should hit it a little bit slower, then I hit the full. But it's alright, I got shot, I didn't scratch. Now I just have to figure it out. It could be quite close. If I can roll this one and get straight into the 7 only, straight in, I can go forward here and shoot the 6 half ball hit and spread the rest of the wrap. So that's quite. I have to get close to the straight into the 7. Yeah, the speed was crucial there. I did that perfect. I think, yeah, I got a slight cut, so I should be able to get somewhere here, and that's really good. Now, if you have normal roll, like the normal roll, when the ball is like natural roll, I mean this is topspin, this is normal topspin. And if you have that natural roll, the topspin, the follow, then you, like the cue ball follow, if you hit full in face, it follows like 6th or 7th of this ball. So if I'm shooting this really slow and it's almost full, this is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know the cue balls has to go at least here, so the 7 reaches the pocket. So I just put a little bit more than that minimum, and I should go somewhere here. So this is really slow rolling 7. Those are the guides where nobody teaches them, but I'm starting to making up like guidelines for my speed control. And that's improved my speed control a lot lately. But I've been having a little bit personal problems, and I'm not. I lost someone and something like that, so I'm not playing so good lately. By the way, oops, let's take the chat up. If you have questions, just make it in the chat. I try to answer something like, okay. Yeah, a little bit thicker than half ball. Nice. Okay. It would be nice to make 100 first try on live stream. Like how to do 100. Let's try to do 50 first. Okay, 15. This could be a little bit problem. Like I could get bad luck here, but I think I have to take the risk anyway. I have to get 15 away. Okay, 10 ball is really slow. The 1 ball is a little bit close to the rack, so I might try to get something done. I don't want to roll this ball because I don't have anything. So I shoot in the 14. I can shoot 10 or 13. I could go here and bump the 1, but I could get like a little bit funny and not having the shot. So no. I think I could shoot the 10 and go here and bump these balls, and I think I have really low chances to get unlucky. So I'm shooting the 10 and try to hit the 3 ball. I think I should have shot almost every time. Now I got really good break shot. Like, that's why I was shooting like that. I managed to make the 12. The 8 is really good key ball. If I'm able to shoot it from here where I'm now. So I want to get 30 maybe before 5 balls. Four is also a good key shot. I have to shoot the 11 anyway now. So let's go to the 13. I try to go here, then back to the 4, shoot these balls in, get 5 in and roll the 8 here. That's my plan. So now I try to get here. I went too far. I get too much draw there. So I create a problem because I'm thinner than half ball on the 4 and I can't keep the cue ball now. So I try to minimize the risk, and the tangent line is here, so I draw a little bit and try to split the 1 and 3 and so they keep the cue ball. It's good to make a little bit mistakes, but not really, but it's okay. You just miss the cue ball control sometimes. Now I create a problem because I have to move the balls again. Okay, I shoot the 8 ball because I want to bump that 1 away. I have the problem. So the 8 is almost straight in. I should brush that 1 ball and get shot to the 3 after that. Oops! Yeah, I hit that 1 too thinly because I was almost missing the shot. And now I'm again bad play. What are you doing? Okay. I have to take some coffee. Calm down. Be right back. With the one ball it's not too bad to make, and I got angled, so if I just slow roll this, it has a little bit cut, so the cue ball gonna go minimum, it's gonna come here. So if I just put a little bit more, I should get nicely to the 5 ball, then roll it, get to the 3 and get back here. I just have to make this one ball and I should be alright. Okay. Now I want to be quite thick, so if I get too thin, I can't keep the cue ball. So get away from the end rail. That's nice. And now, if I get center line, it's too thick. So I want to get that half ball line. The same, because this is a little bit thinner than half ball. So I want to get the cue ball actually here, so I will get the half ball hit. And yeah, I think it's perfect. It's not, I think it's slightly thinner than half ball, which creates a little bit less margin of error. But the cue ball is gonna keep a lot of speed, so I could shoot this a little bit slower, then that's good. Okay, it's still, like, I'm still over 50 on this today, like over 50, like average, because I made over 50 again. Okay, now it's really precision. So the 12 is like this side, so I know the tangent line is, it's between the 1 and 9. If I could hit the one ball on this side, even with the follow, the cue ball should come here anyway, even with follow. But I could get stuck on the racks too. If I shoot this with follow, with draw, it's so thin. If I shoot hard, I should hit here, and the cue ball shouldn't go there. So now I try to get Thorsten Hoffman break. I'm a little bit worried about scratching here, but that's the risk what I'm gonna take. I think so. Or do I want to just get like take risk like shooting with stop shot and hoping I'm hitting this side and it just jump and the cue ball coming middle of the table. But I think still the John Smith said that like when he made that 626 he was throwing all the shots with speed. So let's try to do that. 11.5 ball, it's like 40-degree angle, something almost. Yeah, I hit this ball first, but this is the good thing about the draw shot, because it doesn't matter which you hit, you probably end up good if you don't scratch there. That's why I think like if the ball is closer to that center line than this center line, then you should like almost always draw and shoot with speed. Like that's my experience nowadays. At least on this table. Alright. 14 is nice key shot, break shot. It's so high and close to the rack. Then you hit this first ball full in face and it really explodes the rack. So that is the best break shot what I think you could have. The another one is like when you have quite far to the rack and you shoot here and use the follow and you can shoot it really hard with follow. That's the second best what I think you could have. Okay, the 10, if I shoot the 10 ball out, wait, the 14 is 10 possible and that stuff, but I could shoot the 3 ball and draw here and spread these balls. I think that's what I try to do. I'm not sure. I could get unlucky there and not having the 10 ball. So I don't want to take that risk now. I think that's too much risk now. So let's make the 3 and get position to the 9 and 2. Either one. If I don't get to the 2, I should have at least the 9 ball. I wanted to get to the 2, but yeah, it's too slow. So I'm now using the 9 ball, and I can come here, so I should always land to the 2. Oh no! That was a careless mistake. Now we have Houston problems. Houston, we have huge problems. I have to make this 8 and get here, but it's not feeling good. I've been missing these balls like lately. Anybody would, because they are difficult. this is struggling. Can you do through it? If I shoot the 2, the 10 is blocking the 14 and I don't really have anything. Do I have to shoot the 10 ball? I think, but it's really tight if I shoot the 10. So I think I'm gonna shoot the 2 ball and try to trust my speed and try to get here, shoot the 10 there. Is there anything tricky? This combination, by the way, it looks like it's on, but yeah, why I didn't see that earlier? I had 2 ball. Okay, now I'm shooting this 10 ball inside English. I could bump these balls, but I think I can get stuck and yeah, now I'm really a little bit hoping to get good result, but I think I have really good chances to get those. 5 ball is good break shot, but it's open there, and oh, here was the combination also. So if I roll here, I would like to shoot it from here. Then the 11 will be break shot. Ooh, I'm happy this pockets are, the cloth is still brand new, so it's quite easy to, like the pockets still take the ball really good. I don't know. I start to play bad. Let's try to do something like this. Now I have to shoot the 14 or bank. The 14 is half ball hit, yeah. But I think the bank is easier. Even it's like straight in, but I think this bank is easier for me. And the 14 is good keyboard. So if I'm shooting the stop shot, I should have the 15. Yeah, just stop shot bank on the 11. Is good keyboard. So am I able to get 15 and get to the 13 and then go on 14, or should I go different route? Okay, I have so difficult. I could come 2 rails here, and if I go too far, I could shoot the 14 to the side. So I try to get here. I have backup balls. Maybe I go 1 rail. I should just 1 rail. Okay, this is thinner than half ball, I think. Yeah, slightly thinner than half ball. So the cue ball is gonna have a lot of speed. So I just use the max draw and shoot it really slow. I should be able to keep it on the tangent and hit this rail and get here nicely to the one ball. But this is a little bit touchy shot, like if it's not new plot, I will not shoot that. I get too much draw there. I won't hit here and get a little bit off to the rail, but no, it's alright. And now I got a little bit angle. I think the minimum speed takes me there where, so I have to really slow roll this one and I should have nice angle with the flight. Oh, I hit it too thin, that's why the cue ball had more energy and I went a little bit too far. I would like to have here because the 5 ball is closer to the rack than center line. So now I'm hitting like 40-degree angle, quite close. Maybe not 35 or something. It's a lot more visible than 30-degree angle. But it's still. Oh. So, we made 70 already. Nice. Yeah, I tried to read the comments, so but I don't reach them too much because then I could like get too much thinking. But I try to like between the racks or something. Maybe sometimes try to read the comments too. Okay, now when it's here and it's getting forward, yeah, I think I hit the 4. If I just slide draw, I should hit the 14 full in face. And it should give me really good spread, so I don't need too much speed. I just try to stumble the 5 ball in and medium speed. I'm a little bit unlucky to get this bad shot. The cue ball came back straight to the 12 is blocked. The 8 is really thin. Can I scratch there? I don't think so, huh? The 4 ball is on, but I'm gonna crash to the 9 and I don't know what's gonna happen. Of course I have good. I think I can get like really, if I hit the 9 thinly and cue ball hit here and hit the 1 and I could like get stuck here. But of course, if I could hit here, okay, I have to try to think about the pyramid stuff. If I slow roll this, yeah, I should hit the rail first, then 9. Can I get unlucky? Of course, if I get here, this is dead zone. So I think that could happen easily. Like if I hit half ball, 9 ball, the 9 goes there, the cue ball floats here, and I will get stuck to the tree. If I shoot harder, I should hit the 9 ball quite full. But I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna shoot anyway then 4 ball. Let's hope I don't get unlucky. You need luck in the straight ball so you don't get unlucky. That's the luck you need. So it's like 40-degree angle. Alright. Now we got 13. If the 12 is open, I should be alright. Yeah, I think it's open, yeah. So I can go between these, and if the 9 doesn't go, I can shoot the 12. The 12 is tight, but it's open. But it's making this shot easier when I don't have to worry so much about leaving the 9. Of course, I got the 8 maybe too. So I didn't have to use outside English, I just sent the ball it, and I knew I got at least the 12, good 12. So it was making that shot easier to make. Okay, what to do now? If I shoot this 12, the cue ball's gonna go here. And I don't see good follow-up there. And it's quite tight. I don't wanna shoot that too hard. If I can avoid that. So what I can draw towards the 8. I can go follow. This is not good. I got problems again. I would like to have like, if I was straight into the 12, I will stop here, shoot the 9 and go there. But now if I shoot this, I get straight into the 9 and I don't have good, there's nothing open from here. Okay, still, I just try to keep slight angle to the 9. Yeah, I got the slight angle to the 9. Went too far. This was so bad. Yeah, I try to get hit to the 7. I try to get a little bit spread, but it's not good. I go even scratch in the corner. Yeah. Oh, there's 2 ball. Wow. Wow. I didn't even see that. How stupid I am. I was trying to, I just could get here and get position to this combination. This 2 ball is cool. What after that? If I shoot with the 15, then it's probably nothing. So I have to shoot this with the 7, I think. So I can bump here. Okay. I'm playing slow because I'm trying to play smart also, but I don't seem to play so smart today. Because I don't think so. If I play stupid and still make money, I don't think that's like good material about to like teaching stuff. Yeah, it's not dead on, but it's quite close. So if I'm hitting there, I think it's about half ball hit again. Cue ball's gonna go there, and if I slow roll it, I should shoot the 7, 11 after that, and that's really difficult. If I'm shooting with the 7 to the 14, and then it's gonna hit here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna, or not. Yeah, that's what I try to do. I try to combo the 7 to the 14 and then this. Then I get like everything moves and I should have shot after that. The 11 gonna safeguard the cue ball so it doesn't scratch. Alright. The 6 is really good break shot, but it's the easier shot what I have. I got the 11, but then I lose the cue ball. I have to move these balls. I could end up moving the 6 anyway. So I'm gonna shoot the 6 to take back the control, which I was losing like lately. Okay, can I make something new? If I shoot it to 6, do I have anything good break shot? Maybe I should still shoot this 11. Yeah, I think so, because I try to shoot the 11 and hit the 15 anyway, because if I shoot the 6 and get position on the 3, I have really bad like end pattern there. So I try to shoot the 11 and hit the 15. Now it's moving the 6 anyway. But the 6 is low, but it's quite far from the rack, so it's hitting quite nicely. It's probably coming this way anyway. So I kind of like the 6 on the break shot. And it's easy to get if I shoot the 15 there, somewhere here, and I just roll and bump little bit from rail, and I get like half ball hit to shoot the 6. So now it should be back on that track. The 14 is a little bit problem. I have to get it back. Now the 3 ball, I want to shoot 1 or 10 before the 15 or 7, so I can get this area easily to the 15 to the side. So how to get to the 14 as soon as possible and not making any stupid. I could shoot the 7, but the 7 is like key ball back from the 14 on this area. So I think I stun straight away here now. Stun through 1 rail. And now I would like to draw back here where I am, like back here, have slight cut to the 7, go these balls, get those, roll the 15 and get to the 6. Okay, now just stand there, stop the one ball, maybe get a little bit backwards, but now shoot the 10 and try to get straight into the 1. Now I got slight angle. It's quite easy to get the right speed when using this rail. I just want to hit the rail and get nice gentle bump up, and I have good angle to the 6, which will be quite close to the half ball hit. I hit that too full, that's why the cue ball ended up in the rail, but it's alright. Now it's thinner than half ball, but the cue ball then keeps the speed nicely. But I had to shoot it with quite hard, because if I'm shooting with slow roll, the cue ball gonna hit the rack too low. I want to hit it like really hard, so it's hitting the really good, so that cue ball forward roll doesn't have time to react. So I'm gonna get, probably I'm gonna hit quite far and hit this ball, and the cue ball's gonna go towards there after the break. I'm not sure. But that's my first instinct what it's gonna say. I could even scratch to the side, I think, or corner, but so this was kind of bad shot. I'm trying to get somewhere here, then it's like really good. My favorite. But it's anyway 84, I think. Nice try. So it's thinner than half ball, definitely. Because here is the half ball one, if you are like, and this is like, if it's slightly here, so this is missable from the rail, and if you hit thinner than half ball, then the margin of error on the shot is not more narrow, so I don't have good feeling about this, but, and if I hit hard and downwards, the cue ball might be on the air when it hits to 6, that's the problem too, but I have to hit it quite hard. Let's hope everything goes well. Bump it! Ooh! Little bit hoping. Okay, what we have now? The 10 is open, but the cue ball is gonna hit the 3 ball full in face, and I could end up without a shot. And if I try to do something, it could like the. If I try to draw the 3 ball come back here, the cue ball back here, and 3 ball pushes. Not sure about this, what to do. They might instinct say like just shoot the draw and hope for the best. Lucky! I was like thinking it could bump it. But I got lucky, the one ball is open. Woohoo! Finally! I've been having like bad luck lately. Don't bump those, don't create problems. Ooh, that was careless. I was like thinking, okay, take some coffee and get well. Okay, straight pool, I like the straight pool. When you have this kind of table, I used to play like really tight 4-inch table, and I could run 100 there, but it was so tedious to run, and it was really slow also. But this is running and the pockets are generous, so it's totally different game. The 2 ball is cool, break shot. 3 ball is great key shot. 11 is even better. These balls I'm gonna shoot at least the 4 ball in the corner. The 9 ball is blocking the 13. Is the 7 open? No. So these are a little bit problems still. If I had this ball like 5 balls away, I would shoot the 3 ball in and bump these balls and have the 4 ball as insurance ball. But now if I'm doing that, I might end up having only bad, difficult shots. But I'm still gonna do it. I think I should have at least the 15 or 14 or 9 after that. Hene! Voitko laittaa pienemmälle, kun voi mennä striimiin, katoo tekijäoikeusjutusta pois. Kato, jos laittaa biisiä tuotettuun, niin ne on isolla, niin se tulee tuo striimi, tulee kato tekijä, niin pienemmälle päätä se tuli tuonne striimiin, kato, kun se YouTube muuten blokkaa mun striimin. Niin, silleen. Jotenkin, onko sulla kuulokkeesta virtalo? Jaa, no niin. Laita vähän pienemmälle, jos mahista, niin. Mielellään kyllä kuuntelisin musiikkia, että sen takia mulla on pois, että voi. Joo, hyvä, niin se kato tuon mikrofonin, se kato, sitten, joo. Se YouTube muuten tätä rupeaa blokkaamaan, niin. Okei, näin. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that YouTube doesn't get blocked. Okay, let's do that 3 ball. Now, I lost my focus. I have to refocus. So it's like just a little bit thicker than half ball. Okay, I got the 14 also as key break shot. They are almost identical. I kinda like the 14 now more, because if I stop from the 11, I get like perfect angle to the 14. So I'm thinking that, yeah. Let's just try to roll the 9 as soon now as possible, because the 13 is now only problem ball and the 4 ball. Too slow. I want to get 15 here and roll here and shoot either one in the corner. And this is alright. Yeah, I go between the 4 and 11 and try to get into the 4. Not maybe the best way, but I'm thinking like my way. I think this is not the way you should play, but I'm thinking now, when I start to be a little bit nervous about the 100 ball run. Yeah, bump the 11. Yay! Bad. Okay, 14. Now I shoot the 14 and leave the 2. Leave the 2 as key. I keep the 2 also. I didn't want to shoot that earlier because if something goes wrong, I can use the 2. And this what go wrong. Finally I got this ball. 8 ball is good key shot to the 2 ball also, the 11 also. Side pocket. Okay, so now just shoot the 8 in, get to the 13, slide up, bump here and throw a little bit back. Oh, I could shoot also the 13. Get to the 4 and how would that go for 13? I could shoot that and get 2 rails up, but still, I think this is easier. The 8, 13, 4. I want to get like farther away from the 2 so I have more margin of freedom to the draw. So this is just send the ball really slow. I have a little bit thinner than half ball hit, I think. And I think if I slow roll this, I'm somewhere here really good on the 4. Yeah, I just also use a little bit left spin to kill the speed. Now just throw middle of the table. Keep calm and draw the cue ball middle of the table. That could be a t-shirt. Nice. Okay, it's closing. Oh. So it's, I think 98. So 2 more balls to 100. That's nice. I think this is personal best for this year. bit straight pull early in this year, and I made like 97 and 91 and 90, something like that. No, it's not 8. Okay, and now it's close to the rack. So I'm gonna throw. It's really close to the half ball hit. Yeah, I think it's slightly thinner than half ball, and the cue ball's gonna hit this side of the. I'm gonna definitely hit the 10 ball and come here after that. So now I don't use too much speed. Yeah, don't shoot this hard. Now shoot soft, soft, soft. Medium soft, so I can keep the cue ball middle of the table. Yes! That's how you do it. Middle of the table. Woo! Oh, by the way, let's bring the chat up. Okay, 30. I think that was 100. Woohoo! How to make 100? I was gonna title the stream like that, but I didn't have the confidence to do that. Like a little bit joke. And I was feeling good because I was making like 50 every time. Oof. Thanks. Okay, let's see. Okay, I just take small bathroom break. I go pee and I take one beer to celebrate 100. Okay. Be right back. Okay, cheers. Yeah, I don't know. I would like to try 200 because I never of at least one more than 154, but I should stop talking if I try to do that. But I don't know. I don't know what to do. I probably like continue how I did. So the 11th problem. it's not open. It's open, but I should have to cheat the pocket. I don't like that. How about making the 14 and hit these balls, not like in those either? The one ball is a good way to get to the 3, and I will push. So, okay, let's try to go this way. I try to get to the 8. Went a little bit too far. I wanted to go straight in, roll to the 1, and then get position to the 3. I could do the combination, it's really easy. It will clear up a lot of problems. I could draw even back, make the combination, hit the 7 and draw back here and get everything done. So that's what I try to do, because it's don't scratch! God damn it! Okay, that was something I didn't see. That could happen. I could end up here without the shot. At least I made 100. Hoo-hoo. I was thinking I can't get bad luck there. But I end up with behind the point. I almost scratched it. But that, I'm lucky I didn't scratch, but still I don't have anything open. 8 ball is only, and it's really difficult. Okay, just make this one too. Slow roll it, maybe not. I can scratch if I don't slow roll it. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I was too greedy. I took my chance, like it was almost the first time I was like thinking, like I can't get anything bad happens, but there was too much moving parts. Like I was like playing the hit there and get here. But of course, if something can go wrong, it will go. Okay. Yeah, I think the clock was starting to be. Anyway, how much we doing? 3, 6, 10. 3, 7, 10. So it was like 98, and then we make 5. So 103. Okay. And yeah, it's 5:14. Oh, the heck! I used 2 hours on that. 103, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's just. Okay. Cheers.